Hello friends, so how did you like the role play? I'm sure it must have given you a lot of confidence as to how to handle customer queries when you try to sell protection. It has been an interesting and a long day so far. We started with the concept of Mind the Gap. Then we moved to our new product Maharaksha Supreme. Then we also discussed the aspect of how we can find the gap, calculate the gap, and we introduced the tool Find the Gap Calculator. I hope you found it interesting and simple. We also saw two interesting sales tools which will help you handle objections when you sell protection in the field. You saw the role play done by Atul and Ram, and I am sure it must have given you confidence that selling protection is possible and easy. But at the end of any training session, we'll always have a few questions in our mind. So there's no training session which can be completed without an FAQ. I have with me Vinod. Vinod is our zone head training for West Zone, and he has been through the session throughout the day, and he has captured a few questions which he thinks he needs an answer to so that he can explain to his advisors. Right, Vinod?
Absolutely, Vijay.
So welcome to the session, Vinod.
Thank you.
Okay? So I'm ready for your questions, Vinod.
Thanks, Vijay, for the valuable inputs. Excellent in terms of the product presentation. And I must tell you, before I ask you questions, this product is a fantastic product, and I'm very eager to have one for myself so I can safeguard my family's standard of living. Also, I want to recommend this product to my family and friends. And I wanted to ask you a few questions which could help me address their queries.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
My first question is, what is the right age that a person should start planning for life insurance cover?
Okay. So somewhere in the day, or many times during the day, in fact, I have said that if there is an income, it needs to be protected.
Okay.
If there is an income, it needs to be protected. So when an income starts, the protection should start then, right?
Sure.
So protection should start when the income has started. And Vinod, what age do you think people start earning these days?
I think the age at which people start earning and begin their careers is at 25, 26.
And when they start earning at 25, 26, is it possible that they will have dependent parents and siblings as well?
Yes, yes. They could
Very
have
much
brothers,
possible,
sisters, parents.
So isn't that the right age to start thinking about life insurance?
Sure.
One more reason why people should buy life insurance when they start earning. You know that the younger you buy a term plan, the cheaper it is.
Right.
So why wait?
Yes.
Just to give you an example, a 25-year-old guy, if he wants to buy a 50 lakh Maharaksha Supreme, the premium is only 6,700 rupees per annum, which works out to almost 500 rupees per month, right?
Totally.
I have always been a proponent of thrift. Do you understand the meaning of thrift?
No, Vijay, please enlighten.
Thrift means making small savings at regular intervals.
Sure.
Buying life insurance protection at an early age of 25, 26 inculcates the habit of thrift in a young man,
Right.
which is so essential to build a good financial corpus as well as provide financial protection to one's family. So that's the right time to buy life insurance, or at least start buying life insurance.
You answered my question. I completely agree. And now we should start talking to people at younger ages so that they protect their family from a younger age and benefit from the premium.
Absolutely.
In the training, when we are going through the presentation, there's a lot of emphasis and the way it was projected, and it is a fact that the product has good competitive rates. How do we approach our customers who have got a term plan with the Maharaksha Supreme?
Very interesting question, right? Go back to the first session in the day. What was the first session? Mind the Gap.
Absolutely.
And then we said that everyone in India has a huge protection gap. We have a gap of 92.6%. In all possibilities, everyone who has a term plan still has a gap.
Sure.
And the gap, I can guarantee, in most cases, would be higher than the current life insurance protection.
Okay.
So the first thing one needs to do is to go to your existing client who have a term plan and calculate the gap. Once you calculate the gap, the first thing you need to do is sell a new life insurance Maharaksha Supreme to cover that gap. He may insist, I want to buy one plan for my old cover as well as my new cover. It's possible. He may insist. That's your question, right?
Yes. I have another question leading to that. One person who has got a existing cover, then there is a gap cover. So now existing cover could be the product he already has. A gap cover can be solved with the new Maharaksha Supreme.
Absolutely.
Can a customer combine into one plan and buy one Maharaksha Supreme?
Okay, I'll ask you a question. Do you see any difference between Raksha and Maharaksha?
I think yes, the rates and the terms.
Okay. There's one major difference between Raksha and Maharaksha.
Okay.
Raksha is an aggregate rate plan
Okay.
and Maharaksha is a segregate rate plan. Let me explain.
Okay.
Don't get confused with the word aggregate and segregate. Aggregate rate means there is one rate for smoker and non-smoker. That's Raksha.
Okay.
Maharaksha has a segregate rate. That means smoker rate is separate, non-smoker rate is separate. A plan which is on the aggregate rate and a plan which is on the segregate rate, that means there will be a requirement of fresh underwriting.
Absolutely.
Okay. When you bought Raksha, your health condition and your financial condition was at that point in time. It may have changed.
Yes.
When you buy Maharaksha and your health condition has changed, please remember you will have to go for underwriting. If you have to go for underwriting, it may be possible that because of change in your health, the underwriting requirements will be different to what it was for Raksha.
Okay.
Maybe you got that at ordinary rate.
Sure.
Would you like to take that risk?
Yeah, I mean, he'll lose out on that cover otherwise.
Therefore, such an advice should be only given to such clients who have maintained their health absolutely at the same levels which it was when they bought Raksha. Friend, please remember, no one has adequate life insurance. Let us first think of protecting the gap instead of just merging Raksha and Maharaksha. In trying to do that, let us not forget the main intention.
Vijay, another thing which is coming out is that with female lives, the rates are preferred. And why is this?
Why do you think it will be? I'll tell you why. World over, the female mortality experience is better than the male mortality experience.
Okay.
If the female mortality experience is better, it should be transferred, that benefit should be transferred to female lives.
Sure.
And therefore, that benefit has been transferred to female lives in this way.
So that means we can approach all the women in India.
Absolutely. But with one condition, remembering one condition.
Okay.
What is the purpose of a term plan? The purpose of a term plan is to protect income. Women who have income are absolutely equally eligible for this plan, just like men. Please also remember that Maharaksha Supreme is a self-proposed plan. You understand the meaning of
Yes,
self-proposed?
self-proposed is that you.
That means you have to propose on your own.
On
life.
your own.
Therefore, it can be very well proposed on the life of women who have an income. However, housewives can't be covered under Maharaksha Supreme
That
because they
clears
don't
my
have an
doubt.
income.
That clears my doubt.
Any other question?
Another common query which comes out from the distribution is, can we convert this plan into a profit-making or a savings plan, a current product?
To answer the question in simply one word, the answer is no.
Okay.
But you need to understand why it's a no. First of all, this is a pure protection plan. India has huge gap. The problem is that this huge gap exists because of a savings mentality and overseeing protection in favor of savings. I do not want people to convert their protection plan into savings. Because when they convert the protection plan into savings, they are doing two things. They are reducing their protection. They are converting into savings, and when they convert into savings, the sum assured won't be the same, right?
Right.
These two needs should be kept separately.
Okay.
Saving should be a savings need.
Protection.
Protection should be a protection need. Let's not mix the two.
Vijay, what are the underwriting norms if the policy is lapsed and a person then takes an action to revive it? What is the process in that?
You're talking about reinstatement, right?
Yes.
Okay, reinstatement, Vinod, in life insurance is a fresh contract. And why it's a fresh contract? The conditions may have changed from the time of taking the policy to the time of reinstatement. In Maharaksha in particular, you have smoker and non-smoker rates.
Right.
Is it possible that when someone took the policy, he was a non-smoker?
Could be yes. And you
At
would
the
have got
time of reinstatement, he became a smoker.
Yes, possible.
His health condition changed.
Yes.
His financial condition changed.
Yes.
So reinstatement will be subject to fresh underwriting. So you have to keep that in mind, and therefore I always advise, don't ever think of lapsing your pure term cover.
Okay.
That holds good for all life insurance cover, but even more so for a pure term cover, because you got a cheaper rate at a younger age when you were healthier. Keep that policy in force and that cover alive.
Fantastic. After there's so many beautiful things in this product, I think one thing which comes out very good in this product is that there is a good term now. It's a good extended term.
10 to 40 years,
10
right?
to 40 years.
Yes, yes.
So how does a person choose his term in this product?
Very interesting question, because I think we did not cover it throughout the day, right?
Yes.
Okay. Very important for everyone to know. There are 3 conditions to be seen. First condition, what is your retirement age? Okay.
Okay. All right.
Second condition, when is your loan being repaid?
Right.
Third condition, when is your youngest child settling in life? Of these 3, whichever is the furthest, your term plan's period should be equivalent to that.
Okay.
Do I answer the question?
So we have to take the highest and the most
Highest of
important
the
one.
3, yes.
Fantastic. I think Vijay, these doubts and questions which I had have now cleared, and
Okay.
it will be very good of me and the team to go out and present this to the customers and our distribution so that I can successfully sell this product. Just going further, Vijay, and as you are aware, in India we are so tuned to savings for our child's future.
Yes.
And our primary priority is always child's goal. कि what our child हो बड़ा बन के क्या करेगा.
Okay.
And as you're aware, and we have a fantastic product, which is Gyan Kosh, which is so focused on child education. And now you have given us a super product, which is focused on income protection, standard of living, which is the term plan. Can you suggest if we can, have a combo with this product?
Wow. You have been thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, if it solves both the needs, so why not present it to the customer together?
In fact, you will be surprised to know that if you had not asked this question, I was about to present to you a combination tool of Gyan Kosh plus term. You remember we launched this tool when we launched Protection is Wealth as a training program?
Yes, sir.
Now with the launch of Maharaksha, we have improved this tool by adding a choice between Raksha and Maharaksha.
Okay.
Plus Gyan Kosh as a combination, a ULIP plus term combination. Gyan Kosh will take care of child's financial goal. So you have a financial goal for your child.
Absolutely.
To fulfill that dream, you need a ULIP plan where the corpus is will
Yes.
as well as the child's dream is protected.
Okay.
And you have a term plan to protect the standard of living of the family.
All right.
We have developed this combo tool, and if you have time and if you come to my room, I can show you this tool.
No, sure, Vijay, I want to take it forward immediately.
Would you like to have a look?
Yes.
Let's go to my room.